thank you very much for considering HB 1120. My name is L Rondeau, and I'll precede Mr. Russell Barnes at his request, the father of Phylicia Barnes. The genesis for the very simple concepts that are integrated into HB 1120 really come out of the personal experiences of the people who are in this room who searched. Some of us searched out of frustration. Some of us searched because it was a faith-based need. We searched because a father called people blindly saying, my daughter's missing and I need help and I don't have anyone to help me search. That's a call that the man to the left of me made. It's a call that I received having never met him before, having never met his daughter before. And it was a call that myself and many of the people who were sitting at this table answered. There came a time when, despite what people will tell you, that it was clearly apparent that your neighbors will be there for you. We don't hear that a lot in today's society. We don't see evidence of that. That's not what is promoted. What is promoted is strife. Well, in the search for Phylicia Barnes, this young girl that none of us but her family ever knew, we came together across party lines. We came together across racial and cultural lines, all for the purpose, one mission, one focus, one team, to put together to find this little girl. Now, there came a time when Mr. Barnes informed me that we would not find her alive, that he had received the call notification, official notification, that his daughter had been found deceased, and that at that time, and that is found to be true, that she was murdered. And so we had an option to take all of the goodwill and all of the hard work all of the lessons learned and all of the skills developed and all of the network that we had developed and just go back to life the way that it was, back to our corners and go about just business as usual, or to say, you know, we're going to make a stand and try to do good for kids and try to get some triumph out of this tragedy. And what stood out to us all, Mr. Chairman, is that there was an opportunity for the private sector, for volunteer search groups, for missing child advocates, broadly defined, to supplement and augment the search capabilities. That there was an opportunity for our enforcement officials to officially embrace that, have records of who we are, and then in the event that they need immediate support, or that a family who is just a mom and a kid needs somebody to help them search to bring their kid home, that they had a resource to identify people who are willing to do just that. And we also saw as an opportunity for some of these missing child advocates, some of whom have been involved in protecting children for 30 years plus. It's come out of a place of pain for most of them. Nobody said, I want to get out here and protect kids. Most of these people have been drawn into this fight because they are missing someone themselves. Well, we recognized then that we had skills, capabilities, networks, relationships that needed to be incorporated into the various state response plans and action plans for missing persons and missing children. And so this bill, HB 1120, Phylicia's Law for us, is the first in many necessary steps that we believe need to be taken to address a condition in this state where, according to the Maryland State Police, 13,500 children are reported missing per annum in this state. 12,000 are ultimately recovered or their location identified, according to the Maryland State Police, leaving a variance per annum of 1,500 children per year that slip through the cracks per year. By background, ladies and gentlemen, for the committee, I am an anti-terrorism professional. I work in the Homeland Security and anti-terrorism field. That's what I've done in one way, shape, or form, in uniform and out for the last quarter century. And I compare that figure in this state with the war against terror and all of the other law enforcement initiatives that we undertake. Rightly so. We have to defend the country. But when you compare that 1,500 kids per year that we just lose track of, that maybe have run away, that are maybe being trafficked, that are maybe murdered, well, if another country had done this to us, we know what the response would be. And I'm saying to you, this is a critical first step. One step of many that highlight the ability for law enforcement and the community to collaborate to the benefit of children. I also implore you to consider consider this and let you know that as recently as today, the Maryland State Police certainly voiced support for this bill. They have worked tirelessly with us in the recent days to make sure that we had not just language that made sense at face value, but that there's background to it and the potential for us to enhance it as this collaborative effort takes place. Thank you so much for your time today. I'm going to take the liberty, with your support and permission, to introduce the gentleman who we've all come here to support. And this is Mr. Russell Barnes, the father of Phylicia Barnes and the person whose call to action that we've all kind of responded to.
Thank you, Chairman.